Welcome everybody to Mother's Day. Welcome to the world of Mother. Lovely to have you. Very happy. Laila, Jaya, Deepika. Great to have you all. Vishrut. Everyone is around. Ulka. So good to have you all. Sarosh. Wonderful to have you. Pradeep. Great, great. Happy Mother's Day. Pranam. Happy Mother's Day. Rabi, so good to have you. A big hug to all of you. Devki, thank you. Thank you for the pranams. It's been a wonderful morning for me. From early morning, I have been receiving thousands and thousands of messages, videos, greetings, wishes, prayers, and all the blessings of all my children. It's a joy to be a mother to thousands and thousands and thousands of children. And so first let me begin that on this very special day, it is a doubly auspicious day today because it is the Mother's Day. It is also my wedding anniversary. So we've been flooded with greetings today and it's been just such a fantastic day so far. Great. And I'm sure it'll continue to be with all your love. So today I just wanted to share my love and light with you. I wanted to take you to the realization that we are special and that we have received this rebirth from a mother who is only interested in your well-being and complete well-being. Spiritual, emotional, physical, mental, financial. And this mother is constantly worrying about the future of all her children all over the world. So my greetings and my love and my blessings first reach out to all my children of the Light of Life Trust who are in different villages of India, really deep within the villages of India, and who are the ones who need my love and all my nurturance completely. So I am today with you, a big shower of blessings to you all. May you blossom and grow. May you have a future that takes you away from the poverty cycle and brings you to the world of awakening. Let us today also celebrate with the children all over the world today who are pouring in one by one. As I see the names on the screen, I feel so thrilled, so excited, and I'm honored to see that all of you are joining in for the celebration today. Today, yes, is a special day for me. And first of all, let me begin by thanking all of you for my deepest gratitude that you make my world. You make my world shine. You make my world a better place. You give me joy. You give me all the love. And I am so blessed to have such beautiful children all over the world. And there was such a wonderful video that was created this morning, and I woke up to the Facebook video which I saw where children are wishing me all over the world, and it was so wonderful to have people from different parts of this universe within me, wishing me. See, as I say, the universe is within me, and this universe is within you. And so, all of you together collectively make this celebration happen today. And so, let us send out our love to all our brothers and sisters all over the world who are connected to Mother. They are all seeking everybody's inner connection so that we can give and share love and light. That's what we are here for. It is again such a joyous occasion because it is on this day that we realize that we all received our second birth. That we received our second birth, of course, on different days, but from a mother who connected you, your spirit, in divine connection to the universal beauty of the world you live in. And this awakening which you received gave you all the blessings then to flow in life with grace and energy of a positive being able to serve the world with the love that is awakened. Now, what is the quality of this love? This love which is so pure, which has absolutely no expectations, which has absolutely no demands of any kind. This love which just nurtures and creates a bond which is so deep that transcends lifetimes. And so, on this very, very special day, it is the celebration of this movement from the umbilical cord to the silver cord of your Kundalini. It is the Kundalini beautiful connection which is in us that keeps the spirit of love and light flowing at all times. So this love, as I said, is all encompassing. It is completely nurturing, guiding, directing, lighting the way for everyone. And I do this with a lot of love, humility, and surrender. And in this context, I must first thank my mother, my birth mother, Perrin, who taught me how to be humble, how to realize the goodness in one's life, to always help the poor, and to seek the things of divine, to pray each day. And so it was from her in childhood that I learned the value of good thoughts, good words, good deeds. And today, therefore, my very, very special, deep down love reaches out to my dear, dear mummy, who of course is in heaven, but I'm sure is guiding me all the way through. Secondly, I would like to thank my spiritual guru and guide, my divine mother, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, for giving me all the powers to share this light in the universe and all her teachings with the humility and surrender from my heart that I share with you all. It is the realization that I bring to you that it was she and it was her desire that my spiritual name be Satyavati Ma in this day and age of Satya Yuga awakening. And she said that as the harbinger of Satya Yuga, you will be Satya Yogi and you will spread this knowledge, wisdom, and Satya in the universe. And my humble pranams for having received this gift from her, which is so precious and which I guard with all the absolutes of love and humility and complete surrender. On this wonderful occasion, I bow to her absolutely all my pranams, my sadar pranam to her, and it brings so much of joy just to think about her. And the vibrations that flow make me feel that to know, to love, and to live in light is a path that is most enriching for everyone. Today, there are so many gurus, so many teachers we've had. We've had gurus who've given you a lot of love, a lot of life lessons. And there are so many who have been mothers to you. Let us also recognize and realize their importance in your lives today. We awaken the strength of motherhood as most of us are mothers today. Most of us are mothers to our biological children. Many of us are already spiritual mothers who are sharing this knowledge across the globe. I also bow to all of you that as mothers, your first responsibility is to give this love and to share this love and to realize this love. So let us all have super moms making all this happen. There are many, many tiny little chintus coming, and I am in this open space where the temperature today is 40 degrees, and so It is my love that actually makes me sit here to be able to chat with you. Now today we shall have an interactive session, and it is therefore on this occasion that I seek all the questions that you have about my life and my world. To share with you briefly, every day my world begins in the morning with a prayer, meditation, and the spreading of this love and light to thousands across the globe. There are messages that flow to me every day about healing hundreds of people, whether it is simple problems, whether it is complex problems like cancers or HIV or COVID or you name them, all right? I mean, on this auspicious day, I don't want to think about diseases and illnesses. You know them all. So the whole gamut of it, and people reaching out to me for the healing. So my day begins that way when I send the healing energy and people receive it and have the solace and peace in their hearts about their inner beings. My day is full of all the things which I have to do for both the charities, both the foundations, and it is therefore a lot of communication that happens. Communication with everyone around the world at all times. To social media, to people like you, to people who are managing, and so on, and the leaders in the world. Everything just has to flow naturally, automatically, and don't forget, I have a family also, my son, my husband. That was a slip of tongue. And it is something which also I enjoy very much, to create new experiences for my family every day. Whether it is food, whether it is just something that is an idea or a thought, but to bring that joy and abundance in their lives as well. So my day is very fulfilling at most times, except when you little naughty children keep complaining and overloading me with your problems. Of course, I don't get affected by them, because without that quality of witnessing, detachment, and yet realizing the bond of love, I would not be able to do the work that I have to do. So my life is unique. It is a life which I have dedicated completely to the service of humankind. Not just humankind, but I have so many animals also who I share my healing light with. Just yesterday, there was a dog who was almost dying, and it was a miracle that happened. And today, my little children will tell me that Peppy is fine. And so, it's the world, it's not just human beings, it's the world that is receiving this God-gifted energy and realizing that just the universe is the whole spiritual realm that one deals with. Now, I'm waiting for your questions. As soon as a single question pops up, I will start sharing the answers. Kaizine is telling me, Ma, you got my dog back home. Yes, Kaizin's dog was lost and found, and I had to work on that. And so on. I mean, the thousands of experiences like that with animals as well, from horses to cows to dogs to so many different creatures, and it's such a wonderful journey. I can say that all of you make it so beautiful and endearing for me. Yasmin says, Peppy says, Happy Mother's Day. Peppy is the dog who got healed yesterday. Fantastic. Doctor said he had brain tumor, but today he's happy and healed. Thank God for that. Thank God. Thank God. So many people have been blessed with children. So many people have been blessed with work and new areas of all kinds of realizing the beauty and glory of who you are through work. And so today, one question that came to me was, Monish says, Ma, we want a miracle for destroying the COVID. Yes, Monish, I am working day and night at it, but the clearing also has to take place first so that Satya Yuga can come in. And so God is working out this clearing, and I am witnessing it, and I have definitely been praying to Him to destroy the coronavirus, and that we humbly bow before all our mistakes and recognize how much we had strayed from the path of Satya, and we need to realize that to come back to our spiritual senses, to our materialistic balance, and to our realizing that the spirit and the relationship you enjoy with each other is far greater than all the money that we can earn in this world. Jaya is saying, Ma, I have been sharing some COVID-19 patients around me with you. They are now all healed and happy. Yes, lots of COVID patients have already been healed through online healing that they receive, and I know that, and you know that. And in fact, in the video, one person has shared that he was healed in UK and several in US, particularly in New York. Many have been healed during this corona crisis, where I have sent the healing to them, to all my children. May God bless you all with good health. And yes, definitely, 1 second, Sejal Parekh is saying, Ma, please share some beautiful moments with your birth mother and Shri Mataji. Okay, great. So let's hold on to that one. I must share this. I'm talking about my birth mother. Her name was Perrin, and she was such an angelic soul. I can't tell you. People who know her as Perrin the angel. She and I used to be most of the time together when I was young, growing up at home. And my mother used to work very hard. She used to create very beautiful embroidered different things, saris mainly. And she used to therefore sit at her machine, and I used to be alone. And we used to sit there together, and I would be, perhaps I was, I think, 3.5, 4 years old. And I would be just writing and writing and writing and writing and scribbling in magazines, books, newspapers, any place that I got to scribble. And my mom would ask me, tell me, Willie, what is it that you're writing? Volumes and volumes, and you don't even look up. And so I would tell her, Mummy, God is talking to me, and I'm writing down everything that He's saying. And so my mom would say, prayers, beta? I would say, huh, mama, huh. And I'd just continue doing that. So that was so vivid in my mind. And then all these, my mummy one day just sold it away to one of those men, the Jariparana wala as they're called. And I lost all that was my work. I call it still the little innocent divine work which I created during the early years of my childhood. That was one thing that I remember very well. And as a child, I used to be a very naughty girl, okay? So one day what I did was, I was playing with my friends in the house, and we were all furiously fast running around the house trying to play the catching cook. And I dropped a fan, which was the table fan, and it stopped working. And so my mom obviously got furious at me. And she told me, what is this? You are really like 10 boys. So much musty you do, so much mischief. I can't believe where you really get this energy from. So I think those are the two incidents I'd like to share with you for today. And now let me go to my Divine Mother and Srimataji. I still remember when I first met her and first set my eyes on her. And it was a complete eye-to-eye contact of a light and love that I can't describe. As soon as I saw her, my eyes remained just like this, stunned. And we looked at each other. And at that point, she said, "Aap to paar hoke aaye hain," which means you've already got your realization long back. Then she invited me to sit next to her. She said, "Open up your palms. See all the vibrations?" And at that point of time, I did not know what vibrations were. But she said, "Look at this cool breeze flowing from you. बह रही है, ठंडी ठंडी लहरें. Wow." And she looked at me and she said, "आप पार हो गए." And it was a moment of bliss and complete surrender. And it just happened at that moment. And of course, that was not the first time that I had received my connection, my divine connection. It was, I recall, when I was about 7 years old that I remember first. But it happened much before too, when I was very young. And when I was 7 years old, one day, I was sitting peacefully, and it was then that I suddenly saw light and light and light. I don't remember where it was at that time, but I was just sitting there and totally transformed to another world. That was the first time. Then around the age of 14, I received this again in Devlali when I was walking in a field, an open field. And at that point of time, I received this divine cosmic light just bathing me in its complete luminosity. I can't tell you what that was. The experience was so powerful that I lost track of time and space. And I had gone alone for a walk at that point of time. And when I reached home, it was 7:30. I had left around 5-ish in the evening. And for a young girl to be out there at that point of time, it was unheard of. When I reached home, I got all the firing in the world from my uncle and my parents. And so, like that, experiences have happened to me time and again, and also similarly for healing. When I was in school, in the nursery, at that point of time itself on, I used to put my hands on children who would probably have a tummy ache or fever or something like that. And the teacher would tell me, "Hey Willie, come here, put your hands. Make this child all right." And I would go and do that like a play. For me at that time, it was just like, playing games. And this was one such game that I played. And so I did not realize what it was that my hands were sharing with that little girl. But it just happened spontaneously, it happened naturally. And so I realized that this is something much later that I realized when my father one day pointed out that, "Willie, you have healing hands. Do you know what that means?" I said, "No, what is that?" He said, "You will one day find out. You will get your spiritual understanding and then you will know who you are." And so I know that today these healing hands have healed thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and this energy keeps flowing. I don't know about it, how it happens. I do not put my mind to it or have any thoughts. It is a natural, spontaneous, automatic happening. And I don't do anything. It is God who does everything. It is Shri Mataji who works out everything. And all the divinities around me make it all happen. So it is a unique life that I have led. Yes, I'm glad you asked these questions. I am always very shy about sharing my past. But since you have asked, Sejal Parekh, thank you. And I'm sure with the purity of the honest answers, you will understand where I come from. We were not a rich family. We were quite middle class and happy. Every night we would pray together before dinner as a family, before lunch if we were together. And without a prayer, my parents wouldn't ever let me eat. And so this kind of ingrained divine realization of every little thing has happened and sparked the complete divinity today, which I enjoy and try to fulfill in your lives as well. So that is one question. I await another question. Please go on if you have a question. Otherwise, I'll answer the question that someone else asked. She asked me, "Willie, why do people call you Ma?" So I said that I have never asked anyone to call me Ma or Mother, or ever to touch my feet or to bow to me. It is from their inner being that this voice tells them to do so. Yes, I have thousands of children all over the world, but that is my thinking, that is my feeling. I do not expect that they should call me Ma, isn't it? But it is such a pure word, Ma or Mother. Or it is something that just comes, from within. Momer, how sweet, Mamer, sorry. How sweet that word is, It just flows. Mother, Ma. And I realized that probably what they perceive is what they speak. And so, Ma, mother, is something that comes naturally to them. It has never been forced onto anyone. And so, my love again flows to people for realizing this love that I have, which is totally unconditional, which is for everyone. Anyone who reaches out to me receives that abundant love. And it is something that is God's love. I'm not saying it is mine at all. I don't have any claim on that. Because for a normal human being, it would be impossible to lead the life I lead, even for a single hour, or definitely not for a day. So, the really honest people are today blessed with this connection that comes from any part in the world. People just see the light and the love that is there in me. And it is never hypocritical nor ever a pretense. Yes, I have children, as I said, who are so negative, all the time depressed, so much in pain, and so much in that state of egocentric self-pity. And I always tell to them, oh, wake up and just see the world around you has so much joy, so much love. And where is the need for you to become this bitter, closed in, isolated person? It's not required. You are all powerful. Realize all your powers. Go ahead. Don't worry about others or the environment, and the negativity in the environment should never bother you. Some of the lessons that I teach, sometimes, yes, I do go down to making that person realize the truth by a kind of firm tone, like a mother who has to be firm with her children. If you mollycoddle, if you just keep on giving pampering all the time, the children are going to be completely spoiled. No. My children are going to be lights of the universe. My children are going to share this love with everyone. How can they be in darkness? You understand? They have to be supersonic powers in the world. Do you understand me? Not just superpowers, but beyond that, always growing in the light of your wisdom. So awaken the wisdom. Drop down to Mother Earth. I wake up in the morning, I bow to Mother Earth first. Surrender my ego, my superego. Lest in case it comes up suddenly, who knows, It can come up when some people come and tell me, oh, Mother, you do so much, you do this, you do that. It can definitely come up, right? But no, I have to immediately surrender it and definitely realize that this is the truth. I am only light. And where light have any ego, not needed at all. Alright? All it requires is this universal cord of silver within, which is your Kundalini, and it requires the source to be plugged in. That's all. Then everything flows and you enjoy. शुभ शक्ति जो दी गई है माँ ने, that शुभ शक्ति will take you to your highest destiny. Realize this, my children. Realize this. And realize how much I love you. There is no end to it. It is eternal. And yes, there are some people who come to me, Mother, give me this, Mother, give me that. Mother, do this, Mother, do that. Mother, please take this, Mother, please do this. Mother says, I don't take anything. I don't want anything. Only the gifts of love, yes, I do take and cherish. Those are just gifts, which is simple. Not required to make any major gifts. No. Gifts of love, I cherish always. But I can make out. If someone is trying to buy me, someone is trying to see that if he or she gives this to me, then yes, Mother will do this for me. But no, please realize that there is no need that I have. I don't need anyone or anything for that matter. Yes, of course, the love you share, I enjoy, and really it makes me light up each time I see a smile on your face. I see those hearts popping over here on the screen, thousands of them, and I feel, wow, 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 so much love. And so every morning I first thank Mother Earth, who is the mother of all mothers. The nurturance that comes from Mother Earth and all she just absorbs all our negative energy, all our bitterness, all our depression, all that is there rooted in our roots, which is negative. She just quickly clears it without any sound or squeak. So Mother Earth, of course, we must begin our day first taking her blessings, receiving her grace, and then begin the day with being in connection with the divine through meditation, silence hearts and minds, and awakening the joy within. To start the day in a happy way. So, you will see that you can make a qualitative shift in your life today onwards. Take the blessings from me. Receive the grace which is there. And make every little thing happen in your lives. Are there any other questions coming? Otherwise, I can proceed with the gift that I want to give you today. I've given you several gifts during this period of quarantine in the form of meditations, in the form of realizations, visualizations, introspections, and the search within and the courage inside to face this crisis are really precious moments that I've shared with you. Do keep reawakening them all the time. Do the meditations, review, go back to them. And for that I have to thank Facebook for making this interactive interface happen. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you, YouTube, for making these platforms and creating this connection. Because everyone still does not receive internally everything. We still have to move to that psychic evolutionary state of receiving telepathy. But I'm sure we will receive that as well, and we are evolving each day, and soon we will not need our cell phones and all the digital different gadgets we need to connect with each other. So any more questions coming? Pop them fast. Let's look at it. I hope you're celebrating the Mother's Day today by enjoying it with your children, with your family, and I hope you're singing praises of your mother. You are creating songs for her, singing all the divine, lovely music, creating all that is super, super lovely. Yes? Any more questions? Yes? Preeti says, whenever we call you in our hearts, can you hear us? Yes, absolutely. All right. And so many people have got the experience, definitely. And that experience, in terms of a feedback, has happened immediately. People who call out to me for healing and for help have received that. You know that there were people, once I remember the story, traveling somewhere, they lost a few things because they misplaced it somewhere on their journey. And they could not reach out to me because there was no cell phone connection in that region. They just sent the telepathy, I received it, and that person then got back all the little lost belongings. It was a passport as well. And so you know that I am there in your moments when you call out to me, always there. There was another person I remember who came once long ago to my meditation at the Godrej Bagh, that side, which is that Shantivan meditation, yes, when we were having it. He was a captain of a ship, and long ago his ship had, during crossing the Strait of Gibraltar, got jammed into a rock formation. And he called out to, "Oh mother, please help me." I did not know this person. He called out to me, and immediately my energy went straight to work it out and steer it in a way and bring him ashore. At that point of time, he saw my face and he said, "Mother, who are you? Thank you." And after 7 years, one day, God knows from where, he landed up at that meditation. And I said, "Do you remember me? Do you remember my face?" And he said, "Oh my God, yes, you are the mother who saved me." And I said, "Do you remember what I told you? That we will meet one day." And so today is a special day when we are meeting. And bless you, my son. Take care. And I blessed him. And it was such a joy to see this son of mine who was saved. So it goes on like that. I mean, I can share you hundreds and hundreds of such stories, hundreds and hundreds of these kind of miracles that have happened. But who has the time? People tell me, "Please write a book, mother." Everyone says, "Mother, you will forget everything." I said, "Of course I've forgotten. Who remembers? I just remember a few things that have happened." And so on it goes. It is all amazing. It is a life that even sometimes I look back and say, "Oh wow, how could this have happened?" You know what I mean? How could this have happened? And it's only God. But they say It was God working out things through me. And as I am just a pure instrument of His divine play, of His divine, universal, continuous work, that I just abide, and it happens because my entire mind, body and spirit is waiting to do His work. That's it. So it is His work, it is Divine Mother's work that I am blessed with to continue for as long as this body survives. Atma will go on, but still this body, you will see it. Monish is saying something. Accept Mother's Day's wishes from my dad in heaven. Yes, he was your true devotee and love you with all his soul. Yes, his voice. Yes, just his voice. I remember so clearly. And you won't remember. Another thing that, yes, Monish, good you reminded me. He was in Pune, and the day he was going to die, he actually called me and said, Mother, come and be with me. And you won't believe, that day I was in Pune with him, and being with him till his last rites were over, I saw to it that his journey and his last wish was fulfilled. Now, of course, I don't do that, as I said. God made it all happen. That I went for meditations or some program, a havan or whatever, to Pune. And that was the day he took his samadhi. So, yes, I can go on listing endlessly. We would like to spend the whole day and keep on listening to all your miracles. I wish I would do so one day, Mother. Thank you, Bhaktavar. Yes, I know. Yes, I must sometimes write down all those miracles. But anyway, every moment is a miracle. How to manage moment to moment and everything that happens so magically. And like I think Ruchi in her video, she said that Mother, you keep making magical medicines. Yes. The other wonderful gift I have, which I've been blessed with, is just turn water through prayers and my love into medicine and heal people. I still remember, and it happens all the time actually, that when I make medicines for children, now children don't want to have just water. So in those children's medicine, I put in a little bit of raspberry or strawberry or some kind of a unique flavor that makes them love this water so that they take it. I remember one boy who was paralyzed completely on the right side, and I had sent bottles of water for him, and he was in the hospital actually, and he was completely paralyzed. Sorry, he was, I think, completely paralyzed. Yes, if I remember correctly. And then he started taking this water. Mother would give the water at the specific time and as much as was spoken about, granted to her. One day when the mother was out of the room, what the boy, and after taking the water, sorry, I forgot the most important thing. After taking the water for 2 days, the boy again got all the sensations in the body, started getting the sensations in the body. The limbs started slowly moving, feet started moving, and so on. And the boy saw that it was this water which is something magical about it. So when his mother was out one day, gone for something, he took the bottle and he swallowed the whole bottle, thinking that, oh, in a moment now I will get completely alright. So I still remember her mother getting panicky. Mother, he swallowed the whole bottle full of water. What will happen? I said, don't worry. He will go into a deep sleep state today. And then when he wakes up, you will see the transformation. And this is exactly what happened. When he woke up after 10 hours of deep sleep, it was like he was completely all right. And the doctors were shocked, and so were all the others. And Bhaktavar and everyone else, I can go on and on and on and on and on. Ma, you healed Ruchi, Jaya says, when she was 7 years old, and the doctors were surprised how she recuperated in 24 hours. And yes, so it goes on and on and on. And I can't tell you, from cardiac blocks to cancers, skin cancers, people who could not wear clothes at all, people who have had very dreadful cancers. I remember the case of my garbage collecting woman. She used to come every morning to my house in Worli to collect garbage. Now she developed a tumor in her head, and she went to Bombay hospital, did all the scans, everything, came back with the reports, which was a huge tumor. And she said, Abhi, Baiji, main kya karungi? I don't have any money to take treatments. The doctor's recommending radiotherapy, chemotherapy. She didn't use these words, but I'm telling you. So I said, okay, beta, don't worry. And don't worry, I will give you a cure for it. I will cure it, okay? You go home. You don't worry. Jab doctor bolenge, then the doctor will tell you to go and do the MRI again. Come to me at that time and see if the tumor is still there or it is shrinking. So after 2 months, she came back to me one day, and I used to just keep doing her praying and healing and whatever that I had to do. And every morning she would come, collect the garbage, go away. Then after 2 months she came to me and she said that, you know something? You are my God. Look at this report. ये मेरे रिपोर्ट में गायब, ट्यूमर ही नहीं है अभी. डॉक्टर बोलते हैं तूने क्या किया? How? What happened? What did you do? What medicines you took? Some herbal medicines you took. And so we laughed together, and she was there with me all through. Coming in the morning, I would bless her and take the garbage, smile and go. So like that, there are thousands and thousands of stories, as I said, and it goes on and on, from heart blocks. People have been brought back from the operating theatre with surgery which required, it was a second surgery which required a bypass, and the doctor said that from 20%, which was the functioning of the heart earlier, now your heart is functioning at 75 to 80%. What happened? Oh, it's a miracle. Go celebrate. Open a champagne bottle. I still remember that day at the Bombay hospital when this event happened. And I'm sure many others, perhaps someone is watching it also. And all these are foolproofs. So, I mean, this is the truth that I'm sharing, nothing but the truth. So it goes on, and I can't go on talking about this. Can't talk about this. And it is something that God goes on blessing, and you keep on enjoying. But let me tell you that everybody does not receive this grace of healing. It is up to God's discretion to heal or not to heal. That's not in my hands, all right? I surrender to God, and it is His discretion and His will. And sometimes people from deathbed rise up, and sometimes people are just succumbing because that is what was destined for that person. And so it is a journey where you realize that you are so humble, and it is not something that you are doing at all. And that, like an instrument, you're just passing this energy to heal. You are just transmitting this beautiful, continuous spark of divinity to awaken everyone to a life which is so precious. It's only one life that you have. And who knows how many days, how many hours, how many months, how many years you're going to enjoy. But let us make every minute in His divine connection, so that we, when we have to reach our final destination, our home, our heavenly abode, we are smiling away with that sincere, honest heart. And so on this day, yes, Yasmin is again thanking me. You blessed Peppy with a miracle yesterday. Thank you, Ma. Rashmi Thadani said you healed the lump on my left side of the throat while I was in UK. It kept reappearing, but once you sent the healing, it was all out. Yeah. Thanks for all your blessings and good wishes, Malti. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you all enough. And any more questions coming? Otherwise, as a mother, someone is saying, don't go, Ma. We want to be with you. You healed Devi's TB as well, Ma. Yes, Preeti. Yes, it happened so fast. Even the doctor was surprised that this disease doesn't go away with the kind of playful ease and speed. Devi is so dear to me. How will I not heal such a pure soul? And all those beautiful pure souls out there, my life reaches out to everyone in the universe. Whether the person is in Russia, or the person is in Afghanistan, or Iran, or US, or UK, or in the villages of Kondivale, or in the deepest dark villages all over Africa. It is something which is something to share. It is something which is such a precious bond that we share. And really wish you more and more of the best in your life, always. All the auspiciousness, all the blessings. And someone is saying, Sanjay Batra, yes, will you heal my daughter Shwetika Batra in Delhi? I am on it, God's will. And the negative energy she has absorbed has to go for her to get healed. And it is definitely something where my attention is on beta all the time. Yes. And I keep healing your chakras, as Anjana says. Yes, you keep healing it, I keep healing it, and it will be the blessings that you have within you, the power stations of 7 wonders within all your chakras, which will then take you to the highest good of mankind. And that is why we are all here for the highest good of mankind. And we are eagerly awaiting your gifts, says Shaligram. Alright, so let me bless you with a gift that I received from Sri Mataji, which is the divine gift of a kavach. What is a kavach? A kavach. One moment, someone is saying something. Arya was born with a hole in her heart. At 2 months before testing, I just surrendered her to you, and the doctor said, just a moment, and the doctor said that she is completely okay, and he was absolutely very surprised. Yes, I remember, Neha, and as I said, I can't go on and on. You will have many more, each one of you, to share. And maybe all through the day you can share it on Facebook and make people realize that what we are to each other today. And there is absolutely no way in which this bond can be broken. Yes, if you choose to, you can. Certainly you can. But my connection, which will become one-way connection, will still flow to you. Alright? As I said, my love is unconditional. Okay, so let me give you the gift. And I was telling you this gift was given to me by our Divine Mother, Sri Mataji. It is the kavach, it is the armor, it is the protection, it is your shield to protect your spiritual body. And so today, this gift I share with you, and I continue to keep sharing with everyone. It is a simple gift. It requires you to first use your own hands to raise the Kundalini, to first keep the connection, and then that connection will work out all the absolute security, protection, and the divine grace to shield you. It is just like when you go to war and you wear your armor, and how not an arrow can hit you. It will boomerang or it will fall down. Mother Earth will absorb it. So the same way, let this Divya Shakti work out things for you. And now I'm going to stand up to show you this, what is known as a bandhan. But before the bandhan, the process that we do is simple. You raise your Kundalini with your hand. And if your Kundalini is already in a state of connection, then you just take the bandhan. Simple. So this is the way it goes. Your left palm, which is your Shuddha Ichha or your pure desire, works it all out. And this is where you see the reflection of each of your chakras on the palm of your hand on your left side. So the palm of your hand is stationary and only moves vertically like this. And at each chakra, you are giving it the knot or the bandhan to guard it, to protect it. Alright? So this is the way it goes. Some of you have already been gifted with this knowledge, and those who don't have this knowledge can awaken it today in your life. So this is the way it goes. And at the top, You tie up first 1 knot. You go down again the second time through the second channel. Remember, you have 3 channels, and the second time you tie up the first channel along with the second channel and knot it up over here. Go down again from south upwards to all your chakras, sealing them, protecting them. And this time you take the third channel and you'd also knot up the third channel. So 3 knots of divine complete protection also for all the chakras and the 3 nadis or the 3 channels. And then you take your bandhan. The way to do it, I hope you can see my palm, the left palm, this is the left palm and this is my right hand. There is lateral inversion happening perhaps in your cell phones. Please become aware of it. So you go from your left slightly a little away from yourself, because that is where your spiritual body, it is about 1.5 feet from your physical body that your spiritual body resides. And so you take it all along like this. Can you see my hand going upwards, coming down, and yes, put it in Mother Earth. Go back again the same way as you came and go back to your left side. And the second one, similarly. The third one, you can do it quickly, but become aware of the energy and put your attention on that. And before that, you could say a silent prayer. 4, 5, 6, 7, and you return back to the point where you started. And then when you finish, just bow to yourself and realize that your Atma, your true self, your spirit is now connected to the universal divine spirit. Okay? Am I clear? Am I making sense to you? Have you got it? I shall be also putting it up maybe on the Facebook once you have mastered it. It's very easy and simple. First you raise your Kundalini, all the 7 chakras. Each chakra is nicely knotted, alright? And ascending energy, you will feel the cool breeze going upwards as you do it. Enjoy the vibrations during the bandhan. Enjoy all the grace that you're going to receive from this bandhan. You are going to be absolutely protected. Have that faith in yourself. I still remember a 3-year-old child who used to do the bandhan. The first thing he woke up in the morning, and it was because of the upbringing of the mother that this happened. And so what you're going to really make your children realize, and as mothers today, please share this knowledge that you have with your children. Let it be passed on from generations to generations. Like I am passing on all the blessings of Divine Mother, and always in deep gratitude of that knowledge. If you will teach the right things, the good things, the beneficial things to your children, then you will have generations and generations where there is peace and harmony in the family. Today you hear of so many broken homes, broken families. And why should we have broken homes, broken families, when we can create that sustained love and the power of love with every other attraction in the universe? Remember this, that you are an awakened soul, and it is therefore your responsibility to pass these lessons on to your children. And if you don't, then I could say several words, but I shall refrain and just say that make your love happen and make it happen love. And the child will, why my mother's doing it? It's only out of love. It's only out of the caring, all that is so precious that she has realized in her life. And your children will know that there is a qualitative difference between the person who's meditating as a parent. It may not be that both parents are doing it regularly. It may be that one is involved in it. And the child will see the difference. It will be a qualitative difference between the two parents. So make this happen in your life. Let us teach meditation early to our children when they are in schools. And then we can have generations and generations of children all over the world who will become peaceful. And so, no wars, no strife, no aggression, only peace. It is, of course, everyone's dream. And let us realize this dream when today we have faced a war from the universe. This COVID creation is a war directly from the universe. For us to realize all that we are erring on, making mistakes today in the universe. And yes, meditation is the guiding force, it is the guiding light, it is the awakening of your true self. Let's all make it happen. Understand? Have you all received this gift that I shared with you? 2 gifts. One gift was the gift of sharing my life. The second gift was the gift of protection, the bandhan, the armor. The third gift I want to share is let there be generations born out of this love and peace and joy, and your family to receive these gifts in abundance. Not just you, not just you. Keep these 3 gifts in your hearts, precious and always awakened. Let us always see the truth together, be on the path of Satya, and make this world a better place. We are the world, we are the children. So let's make this world a better place for you and for me. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for sharing your life with me. Thank you for being my beautiful gifts in life. My honorable children, I bow to you all in all honest intention to make you superhuman beings. Love, love and love. Let this love flow, let this light grow, and let this universe be absolutely in peace. Remember, We are the children. Share this with everyone. Share this message of love with them. It is a message of a mother who is keen on making the world a better place for you and for me. God bless you all with abundance of love, joy, peace, happiness, financial, emotional, physical joy in your life. Let it all flow and let it grow and grow and grow. Ananta Ashirvad to all you and to all those who are not here today also. Let me share that. There's a beautiful video which is created by all of you today, and I would like to thank you all for sharing your thoughts, feelings, and all the beautiful flowers and gifts of the world. And I can't thank you enough. My deepest love to you all. I know I don't feel like going away from you, but wave out to me and send me all your love, and we shall stay with each other all day. God bless you. 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 Yes. Enjoying the hearts, enjoying all the pop-ups coming up, and receiving all your love. Receiving all your love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Om Satya Om.